Greetings, salutations, whatnots, and etceteras. Welcome to English 122, Section 251, Technical Writing and Communication. My name is Keith Hale, and I will be your instructor for the next couple of weeks through this semester. And we will meet on Mondays from 5:30 to 6:30 on Zoom, starting 11 January and going on to about the 26th of April. This class is all about preparing written documentation on a professional level. The key to this, the high point of this, is a project called the Recommendation Research Project, where you are going to have to use your skills of persuasion to get a decision maker to accept your proposal. All right? So we're going to be exploring different types of professional documents. We are going to be doing some assignments like writing a professional email. There will be what's called the process procedural PowerPoint, where you'll have to lead your audience step by step in a process of how to do something. For instance, how do I change the oil in my car? Well, that's a step-by-step process, and you follow the steps from beginning to end, and you will be successful. You're going to have to create a document such as that. There's something called the Technical Literacy Response Memo, where we're going to be responding to an article about technical literacy and about some of the characteristics of good writing, and you're going to have to do a little bit of research and prepare a document in a memo format. Okay, so we're going to be utilizing the memo format. There's a progress report. The progress report is a very interesting document. It's also going to be in a memo format, and it's going to be where you get to tell me your progress in this academic career that you have begun. Where'd you come from? Where are you going to? And what have you completed now? Then we're going to get into some other type of research type writing. So we're going to be looking at some articles. We're going to be evaluating articles. We're going to be evaluating websites. Now, the article evaluation is going to be an individual assignment. We're going to be utilizing what's called the APA format. So we're going to be very stringent when it comes to the rules of APA. The website evaluation is going to be a team project where you and other members of your team are going to evaluate a website against certain criteria, and then you're going to present your findings to the class. And the granddaddy of this whole class is again called the Recommendation Research Report. This is going to be a persuasive document. Okay, so you are going to have to select an audience. Okay, and that audience is not a big, huge group of people. It's going to be maybe one person. That one person is a decision maker. That one person holds some sort of power. They might have the financial power. They might have the the procedural power, but they have the power to say yes to your proposal or no to your proposal. So you're going to be trying to use the art of persuasion to propose some sort of change, and you're trying to persuade your audience, that decision maker, that person of power, to accept your proposal. And that is going to be quite a lengthy process. And then the very last project is going to be an oral presentation based upon your recommendation research report. This is a very, very challenging class. Lot of writing, lot of English rules and grammar, professional things to think about in this type of writing. So let's talk about how can you be successful in this class. What is going to be the secret to success? How are you going to, get that A? Very easy. You follow these instructions, you'll do well. You don't follow these instructions, this is going to be a challenge, okay? So one of the key secrets to success is that every single assignment has a couple of documents with them. First, there is a document that would be your assignment instructions, and it gives you step-by-step instructions of what the expectations of the particular assignment is. Another document will be a grading rubric, okay? So my number one piece of advice for you to be successful in this class is take those instructions, take that rubric and print them out. Get them in your hands. And then as you are writing these different assignments, whether it's, like the memo or the PowerPoints or, what other type of assignments we have, you've got these documents in your hand and you can use them as a checklist before you write, while you write, and after you write. Because let me tell you something. I am going to be using those two documents to grade your assignments. And so, isn't it smart to have the documents that I'm going to be using to grade your assignments in front of you as you are writing those assignments out? I think it's very smart. I would not try and rely on having those on the computer and just popping them up. It's very distracting. It's very confusing when you're trying to flip through multiple screens trying to make sure you've done this, that, and the other thing. It's a whole lot easier to have it out in front of you. You can write on it, you can take notes, you can use it as a checklist. But that's the number one key for success in this class is print out those assignment instructions, print out that grading rubric, follow it to a T, word for word. Check it, double check it, triple check it, and you will be successful. Something else to be considered about is word counts. So in the instructions on the grading rubric, it'll specifically say this assignment is this many words. And there will be a little disclaimer there, a little asterisk. If the assignment is a assignment and you give me 450 words, I cannot grade that assignment. I can't grade it. I'm not allowed to as per the rules of the grading rubric. What I must do is submit that thing back to you and tell you that you've got a certain amount of time to rewrite that assignment and get it to the proper word count. And oh, by the way, the maximum score that you will receive, the maximum grade that you will receive on that is, a C. So your chances of getting an A are out the window. If you're lucky, you'll get a C. But then, we grade all the other things to it. So, again, word counts are so important. And when we talk about word counts, I'm talking about the main body, okay? So most of these documents have a title page and will have a reference page. That title page and those reference pages do not count for the word count. The word count is going to be the main body of those documents. Deadlines. Every single one of these assignments have a deadline. You must meet that deadline. You must meet the deadline. If you fail to meet the deadline, we're going to be taking points off. So if you want to be successful, you must meet the deadline. All right, we're going to be getting into APA formatting. Very important. APA has a lot of little rules. You've got to follow the rules. Every time you don't follow one of those rules, you negate one of those rules, points are taken off. And the last thing you need to worry about to be successful is to pay attention to voice. Okay, voice is very important. And what do I mean by voice? Well, we can write documents in first person voice or first person point of view. In first person voice, you'll be using pronouns such as I and me and my, and you'd say, well, in my opinion, I think that this is that and the other thing. That would be first person voice. And certainly you use first person voice when we do an assignment like the progress report, because you're going to be writing about your academic progress throughout your collegiate career. So that's very important, first person point of view. Second person voice is going to use pronouns like you and we and us. And I'm here to tell you, don't use second person point of view. Absolutely, positively, under no circumstance should you ever write in one of these professional papers, Well, what do you think? Don't you agree with me? Don't you think that whatever? If you use words like you and us and we, it will destroy your papers. You would never say something like, well, we as Americans believe, no second person point of view. That is a guarantee crash and burn. The third person voice, now that's something that we need to talk about. Third person point of view is the way to go, okay? So, in fact, if you're writing an APA formatted paper, you can't use first person or second person. You must use third person voice. So third person voice is going to use pronouns like he, she, they, them, all right? That's where you need to concentrate. That is what will make your papers professional. That's what will make them academic, and that is a type of writing, the voice that we want, third person. You can never go wrong with third person point of view. Never, okay? You will always go wrong with second person point of view. So do not use second person point of view. Do not use it. And those would be my secrets for success. I'm looking forward to this class. I love teaching this class. I love teaching technical writing and communication. Explore the D2L page. Make sure you look at the contents. Look at the section, before we get started, and then you can look through all the different units, the things we're going to be covering. Pay attention for announcements, and there's a little bit about me and how to get in touch with me. And let's go.